Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Manchester City have won their game against Southampton 1-0 at the Etihad, and they have gone at the top of the Premier League table. So let's go ahead and talk about the game. The game, it ended up being quite close. Like nobody really expected this game to finish 1-0. My prediction, I think it was 4-0 or 5-0 before the game, because I thought it was going to be a very easy win for Manchester City. And the way the game started, it felt like it was gonna be an easy day for Manchester City. They go up 1-0 ahead in the 6th minute, courtesy of Erling Haaland, his first goal in the Premier League since since that Arsenal game. So he would be really relieved that he has finally gotten that goal. He got the goal in the midweek in the Champions League as well. So he's finally scoring again for City. So that is a big thing for Manchester City, because he is their go-to guy for the goals. So that is like another positive for them. But after that goal went in, like City, I don't know what really happened, but the way that they played, it was not like that. It did not feel like that City were playing. They just back off. They were not really able to make the moves that they usually do. There was no cohesion. There's something fell off for City. It felt flat. And Southampton, to their credit, they worked really well. They put a pressure on City, and still were not really able to, try to play the football that they would want to. And it sort of became quite cagey in that first half. I really did not expect that to happen. I mean, I thought it was going to be an easy game for City. But that first half, after that goal, it was like the let's say 15 to 25 minutes, it was really a flat that game. And City, basically they were just passing amongst ourselves, but they were not really creating anything of substance that could threaten West Ham, or from which they could go ahead and score another goal. Southampton, on the other hand, they had a couple of good chances on the counter attack. They even hit the crossbar, but they were not really able to score themselves. So the game goes into the second half, and then City come out and they start scoring. They're not scoring, start creating, and they start playing the way that everybody expected them to play in this game. They were relentless, attack after attack after attack in that second half. But Southampton, they defended really, really well, and they put their bodies on the line. And I think Aaron Ramsdale, he had one, like as an Arsenal fan, I know he's a great keeper, and I think he had a great game, one of his best performances in the Southampton shirt since he has come back since he has joined them again this season. I think he had a really almost 5 to 6 a great save where he denied Manchester City from scoring again. So I think he had a great game, and that was, you could say, it was one of the reasons why City were not able to score the number of goals that everybody expected them to, because in that second half they were relentless in attacking. The other thing I would say that it maybe they created good amount of chances, and Ramsdale made a good saves, but I would still say that Erling Haaland, like he was not on the form that he usually is. The chances that he missed, or the chances that were saved by Ramsdale, I think if Erling Haaland is in on like his full form, the way he's scoring goals consistently, if he was on a good run, I think he buries most of them. And City scored like everybody thought they would, 3 4 5 in this game. But because he wasn't under pressure, he scored that first goal. Even that goal was not a clinical or clean goal, but he somehow put that goal in the put the ball in the back of the net. But after that, I still think he is still feeling that pressure. I don't know what is going on inside his head, but it is affecting his play overall. And I think that was another reason that he was not able to convert those chances. But again, the thing is, even though they created a good amount of chances, City never really created the chances that it was, most of them were not like full-blown chances that you expect City to do, to create. They were like, most of them were half-hearted chances, and I think that also played another factor in them not scoring a lot of goals, and that game becoming tough. And the more the game stayed, the longer that the game stayed 1-0, the more pressure and the more frustration started coming in City players and City fans as well, because everybody knows that 1-0 is never safe, especially these days when you have teams that because City themselves would know that they scored the last minute winner, not even the last minute winner, they scored the winner with the last kick of the game. So they know how important it is to get that daylight between them and their opponents, but they were not really able to. But luckily for them, Southampton never really created anything in that second half, where City would have felt they would have felt scared or anything like that, because Southampton just they defended, and City were really good in attacking. But one problem I would say that as City fans, they should be worried about, and I think Guardiola would have also taken notice. Of course, he would have taken notice. The thing is that City, it's becoming really hard for City to break teams down. It happened today. They took the lead early on, but after that, when Southampton really defended, it was really hard for City to break them down. It happened last week at Wolves as well, where Wolves basically like they shut everything down, and it was impossible for City to get to get the ball in the back of the net, to get the play going on the way that they want to go, to make the passes that they really wanted to. It was where they stopped the flow that City would in the way that City would have liked to play. It happened last week. It happened today as well, and it happened in an Arsenal game as well, where City threw everything at Arsenal, but they never really got to do anything, and they got the goal in last minute of the game, just like last weekend. But the thing is, this luck or whatever you wanna call it, is not gonna continue for every weekend. There are gonna be games where you are gonna get a caught and you are gonna lose points. So Guardiola needs to come up with a plan or something where either they finish the game very quickly, they go ahead and just score a couple of goals against these teams who are gonna just sit back, and they are gonna try to frustrate City, and they are just gonna make sure that they get a point out of the game against City. They are not even gonna try to play, and I think Guardiola needs to do something that they just go ahead and they get the goals, couple of league goals, so then the other teams have to score something. They have to attack to try to get equalized, and then it becomes easy for City. Or otherwise, he needs to find some another plan, because if it keeps going, I think it is going to become a problem, because other teams are going to look at it and they are going to see that it's almost like 3 or 4 teams who have done this against this like say against City like this, and all of them have been successful in stopping City from scoring those goals, stopping City from playing the way that they would like to, their fast flowing football, those into passes that City usually do. It becomes really hard for them, and it frustrates at them, the players. Of course, they just they're passing sideways, and they're not really able to get the ball into the half, into the box for Haaland or for other strikers. So I think that is one thing that Guardiola needs to work on. But the thing again, I would say it's Manchester City. This is one of the reasons why they are champions. They did not play like they would have liked today, even though they created good amount of chances, but you expect that from Manchester City against Southampton at the Etihad. But did they play like the City that we all know? No, they did not. Like the playing style and all that, it was not there, and it was not there against Wolves as well. And it's another reason why these effective blocking and being sitting back and letting Manchester City have the ball, it is sort of working for their opponents, because at times City players also, they get frustrated because they have so much of the ball, but they are not able to get anything out of that. So they really need to do something about that. And the thing that I was saying, that it is the mark of champions, that even though you're not playing to their potential and you're not getting the sort of result that you want from the way that you are playing, but you still go ahead and win the games, and you get the 3 points. And that's what they are doing. They won again today. They won against Wolves, and I mentioned Arsenal game, and they got the draw out of that Arsenal game, and that draw was very important. And then last week's win was important, and today's win is important again. They are top of the table now, 3 points ahead of Manchester. 3 points ahead of Liverpool, 6 points ahead of Arsenal at the moment. Arsenal have dropped down to 4, so it is a big, and they now know that Liverpool and Arsenal are gonna play tomorrow, and most probably like one of them is gonna lose a points no matter what happens. So they whichever team wins, they would hope that it's a draw, so that it affects both their teams. But even if one of them wins, and they would hope, I think in my opinion, they would hope that Arsenal win, so that the gap between them and Liverpool stays that for 2-3 points, and Liverpool wins, so that Liverpool can overtake them. So it's they would be really happy. They would just sit back and watch that game. They're now at the top of the table, where they would say that they belong. So in the end, it was a very it was a good day that they got the 3 points. I think the problem of not being able to break down teams is going to be one that Guardiola is going to look at, and try to do something about it. And that is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. What are your views on how teams are now setting up against City? It's becoming a problem. What are your views on Erling Haaland? He's still not up to a form on the early season form that he showed. And what in your opinion has really happened? Because I really cannot understand how it has gone downhill. As an Arsenal fan, after that game and what he said to Arteta, I'm a bit happy that be humble and all that stuff that he said. He should not have done that, but I think it has some way affected him. I don't know what, but let me know your views in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers before the month of October ends, so please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's a big task, almost 120 subscribers needed in about 8 days. We'll see whether we are able to achieve the task. I know it's a big task, but we hope we are able to achieve it. So please help the channel, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, bye bye.